Hello everyone and welcome to the first ever MSU live stream podcast. Decided to do this as we are now in a national lockdown and we all love talking about racing, so why not all just jump in together and have a good chat. I'm not doing this on my own, I've got one of my best pals and partner in crime doing it with me, so welcome to the stream, Dale. Oi oi.
Hello mate.
How we doing?
Good mate, I'm good, I'm ready.
Fucking hell, we got 28 people on.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh well, what already?
Yeah.
Can we
Right.
see who's on there?
A lot of people haven't signed in, so...
Alright mate.
Right, let's get started. I think the first thing to talk about would be this, the schedule change.
Yeah.
The change in the calendar this year. Ever since, I've watched the Supercross, it's always been A1.
Yeah.
And now they're calling it H1.
I know.
What do you reckon of that?
I don't know, I think on one aspect of it, I like it because even though how good Anaheim opening ceremonies is and stuff, I think this has just completely changed it where they're going to be doing the 3 rounds now.
Yeah, do you think that'd be better for the riders that they're in one place, for a whole week? They don't have to worry about travelling. They can just chill out, do a bit of riding.
They're not travelling and stuff. But then in the same aspect is if they turn up to the first race, your point could be on point from race 1. But if it's not, and you say they always have trouble through the whoops, anything, they ain't got a lot of time to make any adjustments, have they? Till the next race. So it's a lot of pressure if they ain't got things right from the first gate drop.
Yeah.
But then I would personally prefer it because I would the more you're riding, I know it was only Saturday to Saturday, but they're cramming near enough 3 races from Saturday now till next Saturday.
Yeah, when they do the Saturday though, they have to fly home, get back, get sorted. So
yeah, there's a lot of travelling involved.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for the riders just to, be at one place for 3 rounds. And to change it up a bit, it's always been West Coast. California is the mecca of America, really. But to go up into Houston, Texas, it should be good.
Yeah. Well, it's the main area, wasn't it? Where it always is the main, but now it's kind of out. It's pushing out of there.
Yeah, so, a lot of guys are going east now. I know Star Racing are based in Florida now.
Yeah, well, they're normally all based in California, aren't they? So that's all their main setups. So now, without that, they need to obviously, a lot of people, that's why they're going to Alden's factory and stuff and training out of there. But it'd be good. It's good because you don't know who's coming in prepared, but from the gate drop, you've got to be on it because you haven't got, in the first week, you could be from winning it.
Yeah.
And you could end up you only have to have one problem in the second race. You could win Saturday and then Tuesday have an absolute nightmare and then you got to regroup for the next race straight away.
Yeah, so, it's probably a lot more different for the 250s because they usually start in the West Coast and it's the East Coast boys first this time, so they get to open the show
as well. I think.
Yeah. So I think that'd be good for the 250 boys to. And the East Coast we'll talk about it more in a minute, but the East Coast lineup's pretty the stronger lineup, I think, of the 2 this year.
Yeah, I reckon it is the strongest. It always is the strongest out of both.
I think, yeah. Then they move on to Indianapolis, where it's the East Coast again. That's a Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday again. That's a closed stadium, so I think it'd be pretty similar to Houston. Just a relaxed sort of vibe for them, for the riders to, just relax and get into the racing. Hopefully, I reckon it'll make for better racing personally.
I do, because the last year when they kind of started introducing, when the COVID happened and they finally kind of got the races back on, the tracks weren't changing too much, but it was boxing all the riders up, wasn't it? Because there weren't a lot in their lap times. It weren't very, normally there's only a couple of riders because the tracks are so different and big. They had the big quads and someone ends up doing something silly on the track, don't they? That gives them 2 seconds. But the kind of tracks they was riding at the end of last season was kind of, they weren't easy, but they said they was all near enough the same. So it was kind of who got a good start, and you like a trainload of them was so close battling and stuff. That's why it does make it good. I'd rather watch it like that.
Yeah, and I say both, and the 450 class is stacked this year as well. So hopefully we'll have some. If anyone does want to write in their thoughts and opinions on this, I can post it on the screen, and me and Dal can chat about it and say hello to whoever wants to write the questions. So hopefully a few of you get a few questions in or a few thoughts. We're talking about the stadiums and how it's changed for this year, starting in the East Coast. So any thoughts on that, chuck it on and I'll put it on the screen and we'll talk about it. So after Indianapolis, they go to Orlando. The first round is for the East Coast and the second round for the West Coast. Thing is with the Orlando one, it's an open air stadium. So with Orlando, then Daytona, they could have possibly three wet races.
That's what makes it interesting, because a wet race, anyone can win it. And it is always it's never a Supercross season, is it, without having one wet race?
Well, you usually get a good winner on a wet race, you know, or someone.
Yeah, like, it's good to see. Like sometimes it's not really a privateer, but someone who you wouldn't really see win, who's just a good. Some people are really good mud riders. Like I always fancy Plessiger's good, isn't he? When the track gets real rough and deep and boggy and stuff, he seems to just plod his way through, doesn't he? But and it's survival of the bike as well. So there's been loads of races where they've led it to the last lap, and then the bike starts steaming, the clutch goes, and they're stuck. But it's good to watch. It'd be good to watch. Yeah,
so we'll see how that one goes. Got someone in from South Africa. If you sign in with the StreamYard link, we'll be able to find out your name. So for next time, obviously we're going to get a few teething problems on this one, but hello all the way to South Africa.
Fair play to him.
Yeah, fair play to him. So should we hit the 450 class first, what we think?
Yeah. Straight away on the 450s, I'll talk about what we heard about today.
Yes. Yeah, so obviously Anstey, he has deleted the picture that he put up of himself in hospital. So I don't know if hopefully it's not as bad as what pictured, and he might get there, but
unless he just didn't like the picture.
I can't believe he's done it again and not going to make the season. I just got for him, really.
I will give it to him because, well, all of the riders, because they dedicate so much off season. And I
can't believe he was riding that hard so late, close to the season.
No, but it's different because when we ride, we're saying we'd be good Saturday night,
plodding round in second.
Yeah, but I'm going to be good tonight. I won't have a pizza tonight, so I should win the races tomorrow. They go month after month of training, eating, and then for him to just get that split second wrong today, and now he's in a neck brace on the hospital bed, and he's missing and it would have been his first proper decent Supercross. So
I hope he gets better. I hope it's bruising, and maybe even if he misses the first one and can get fit for Tuesday or someone's wrote, did he say pizza? Yes, he did say pizza. This man loves a pizza.
That's normally my race program.
Pizza.
If I don't have a pizza on a Saturday, I think that I don't ride well on a Sunday. So if I have a bad day Sunday, it's because I haven't had a pizza. So keep the pizzas going. They ain't that bad.
Right. So moving on to the 450s. I see this pop up just a minute ago. Always starts well. How will Bam Bam go on the gas? I think Bam Bam looks amazing on this bike. I think he looks like the old 250 Bam Bam back a bit, to be honest. I know he's always quite loose, but he looks loose, and I think he's going to fly.
Yeah. Watching him practice, he does look a lot different on this than the Yam. But I know obviously they were saying the Yam, everyone was saying the Yam's hard to ride, too fast. But on here, and as he's the only 450 rider, I think it's given him kind of that responsibility. And
do you think it's good that he's the only 450 rider, or do you reckon they should have had two?
No, because I think it suits him, because all the ones we've watched, the race racing's good, but with Bam Bam, like he says he's calmed down, but when you're watching it, someone
No,
might like bump him, and as soon as he bumps him, we all stands out, and we're like, he's gonna smash him,
what's coming.
he's gonna ram him, and then he rams him, and it gets you hyped up, and just brings something else to the with him. You don't know. One you can tell when he's on it because he is revving and clutching, and he just goes for it, which is what you want to see. But it's a fresh bike, fresh start, so sometimes he might come out swinging.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for the team as well about setting the bikes up, and he's been around a long time and knows how to set a bike up and what he wants from the bike, and help the younger riders on their careers as well, because they're two good young riders they got. When
he's on it, he can win, so he proves it. But he seems to go hot and cold sometimes, doesn't he? But I think he rides better when he's got that little bit of fire. But I think he might have matured a little bit this year, moving into this new team and stuff. So
someone else has said Barsha will do well first few rounds and then fade like normal. Yeah. I hope he doesn't. That is true. He does seem to be doing that in the last few years, but I really like Barsha as a person and a rider, so I hope he does.
I think you need him in the.
Yeah.
If you can have him in the top 4, imagine going to Vegas and he needs to win. He is the one of them riders you think if he's in the top 3, he's going to cause drama and he will do anything to win the race.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I think if it's 2 corners to go, he will stick it on him. If the wind's there, he will stick it on him. So.
What was the one of the races when he kind of jumped off the side of the track, didn't he? And Cincillo got back past him. He come along the track, bumped on, and then he cut across the corner.
I forgot where that was. But
nearly wiped him out. And I was like, it's the only part of probably the race you think, oh my God, but hopefully he has got a tendency to fade, but. I think he's got a lot of responsibility with this new team and promoting it and doing well for him. So hopefully, but we can only find out.
So a few people are saying Ferrandez, which I think is going to be. He looks good on the 450. They're saying
how strong he's going to be. But
they're saying it suits his style. They reckon he's a better 450 rider than he is a 250 rider. So that'd be interesting to see. I think all the ones coming up this year, you got AC, you got Sexton, you got Ferrand. They're going to be the front runners. I think it's going to be a young.
Yeah.
I think the old boys have got something to look out for this year.
It's hard because the old boys, but it's mad because you look at the old boys, but you're thinking of Tomac and Roxon and stuff, but then they're not really that old, are you? What's Roxon now? 26.
Yeah, 27, I think. Yeah. So.
And you think, but they're the older in the competition, same as Tomac, but they've got the kind of experience.
They got the head.
You've got AC and stuff, which is so determined and talent. But yeah, with Ferrandez, I think he's going to take a couple because he's only just come back from his hand injury. Is he going to be strong? He looks good in practicing, but when it comes to racing, completely.
We can all look good practicing, right?
Yeah,
I can chuck in a hot lap.
Yeah, I can do a couple of no-leggers.
Do a little wheelie. So let's get into the young lad. So start with AC. I think on his Monster Energy Kawasaki. I think he is going to be a contender.
Yeah, I'd like to see him because when from Monster Energy Cup when he first kind of made his debut against him, I didn't know if he would be able to handle it. And when I watched him there, I thought, mate, he's got some speed. And then to hold Tomac off on that as well in that race, I thought he is. If he can hold it together, which he did in that race, but then there was kind of signs in the Supercross where he should have won and some little mistakes here and there. So if he has brushed up on them,
in the 250 class, he threw it away that year when he went end over end in that rhythm section, didn't he? So hopefully he can pull it a bit together.
He's another good one to watch though. He brings good. He's another one he's always pushing. He's always on the edge. So and he's not scared to mix it up.
And he had a good outdoors. I know he didn't start too well, but he ended with a few podiums and stuff, so he's going to be definitely one to watch. Next one is Sexton. just got the Monster Energy deal. I don't know if I like the helmet with the kit. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that.
I wouldn't really care if Monster Energy was paying me millions. That I mean, I'd bob around with no face helmet on. I would.
Give me Ronnie Mac's hat. I'll take that. You know, if you're gonna give me whatever you give me.
I'd wear a pair of wellies if they were sponsoring me thousands of pounds and just put Monster on it. But I don't think it's a good, still a good deal. But I think Stewart's under his wing as well now. So
yeah,
that's to have him kind of. I think he approached Sexton as well, kind of thing. So for him to choose him to work with, he's got the talent and speed, and he looked good outdoors. I thought Sexton.
Yeah, I think he's gonna because everyone who the reporting what we can read all saying Sexton is fast. Even the boys are saying like he is fast.
AC said it. I think around Stewart's compound, he said he was like 2-3 seconds a lap quicker, and he was like, I don't know where on the track can make that up, but it's all the same. Everyone's different on the practice track. So when it comes to racing,
yeah, race day's a lot different. Yeah, nerves obviously. I guess the guys don't get like we get nervous. So I guess I bet the young lads still get quite nervous on the line. Yeah,
it's all mixed, I suppose. It's a bit of everything. Everyone who's rode, no one can really cut it out because no one can comment on it until you've been on the line and done it yourself. You don't know the nerves, the feelings, but for them at their level, they need that 10th of a second, which can be won or lost on the start. So you do all that training and get a bad start. It's hard sometimes unless you've got that little part of the track that you're doing and no one else is.
Yeah, like Stewart used to just come out, didn't he, and whop a quad or something, and everyone else like, for fuck, I've got to go and do that quad now.
Yeah, we'll do it all qualifying, all the heats racing that, and then first lap, you go, what, do 7 say? And then like, you can't even, and even the riders say, don't they, we ain't doing that.
Yeah, I ain't doing that.
It's crazy, but now that's why it is kind of, if you can be in the top 5 on the starts.
Starts are key, aren't they, with these?
Yeah.
That's why Tomac struggles in the Supercross, isn't he?
Yeah. Sometimes it's good to watch because you know he's charging, because if you don't get a good start, he's coming to the front.
So next question is, Roxon and reckon Anderson and Webb will try and go for their second championships. Damn right they will. Webb, I love that video we were talking about the other day, weren't we? The video of Webb when he just looks across at Tomac and says, "Are you ready to battle?"
Yeah.
You know what you're going to get with Webb.
Yeah, I ain't never seen really anyone, because everyone gets into their own little race
zone. Yeah,
and everyone's doing like their own praying to the Lord and God and stuff. And like for me, I don't know. I might try it at a meeting just to see what it's like. I'd love to sit there at just like a school board meeting and just look to whoever's on my left and just say to them, "Are you ready? Let's ready to race." Just to see what did it affect.
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah. I'm ready.
Well, they just probably tell you shut up, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
But I suppose if it psyched him up, it might have psyched Cooper up to.
Yeah, you know what you're going to get with Webb again. He's him and Osborne. They're just fighters, aren't they? They're going to give you shit all moto till, Webb did it to Roxon a few times last year, didn't he? Battled and then stuffed him on the last corner. So you know they're going to come out fighting every week.
Yeah, you're not good. You don't get. They're the kind of riders like. Like yourself when you race and you're kind of the same speed and you try all race to get him and you're like, right, you line up where you're going to get him, you get past him and then you think, right, happy days, he's down, and you go in the next corner and well, he comes back past you again.
Yeah.
Oh, he's up then.
It's just taken me 15 minutes to get past you. And
then you kind of breaks you a little bit, which I think that's what Cooper started doing. Started kind of breaking Roxon because he knew at the end of the races, I think Roxon, with the issues he was struggling with, I think
he's been really quiet on the off-site season as well, hasn't he? You haven't really heard much from him or seen him riding or nothing.
Yeah.
I think and Anderson, I think, he's just Anderson, isn't he? He's going to be the shirt will be untucked, and I listened to him on the Gypsy Tales podcast the other day, and he was saying he's in a good place now. Now he didn't like the baker's factory and stuff. He said it was all too, like regimental, and that's just not the way he works. He said he just didn't like that. So
yeah, he's been there, I think, for over like 6 years. Like I don't think we'd last 6 weeks at that baker's factory. So for him to go and do, like he said, he just wanted a change up. But the one I was listening to with him is he's kind of just took everything he was doing there and then just putting his own kind of spin on it. And it's kind of how he is, isn't it? He's like, he rocks up and he's so fast and talented.
Rocks up on his skateboard, chilled out.
Yeah, he's another one of those riders. When he's on it, and he's aggressive as well. He won't hesitate to smash Barsha over the bank and like the last Supercross, I thought he was going to win. Then his whole seat flipped off the bike, didn't it? And he
I think if he don't do too well this year, it might be the end of him. I do, because
retire or get or.
Yeah, I don't think he'll stay in the sport, or he'll stay in the sport but do something a bit different. I think. He thinks there's too much to life than just ride motos all day. Like when he finishes riding racing, he finishes riding racing.
Yeah.
He said, "I'm done. I'm going to get a Nando's and on my skateboard."
Yeah, he's down. Well, they're all down to. He's just a lot more down to earth than everyone else. But he's just a cool character to have, isn't he? And with all the others, some of them are really serious, which I suppose you've got to be because it's the job. But like Anderson just loves to ride his bike and get paid for it.
Yeah, he just said, I can't be doing with all this, like animosity and seriousness. He said, we just want to crack on and ride and get the job done and then go. The
thing is, though, at their level now, and how fast their bikes are now and the speeds they're doing and what they're doing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He has to kind of, I know he is going to be prepared, but I think they have to be so serious now because like one split like today with Anstey, 1 split second.
Yeah.
And that can be the end.
It's millimetres and tenths as a second now, isn't it, with them?
Yeah, it's silly.
Yeah. So someone we haven't spoke about yet. Roxon. He's had the break. He's had a bit of a break, hasn't he? So.
Has he?
Yeah. I don't know with Roxon. I hope he comes out fighting. I really do.
I'd like to just see him fit. I'd like to just see him without the health issues last season.
Yeah, and I don't know, with the fatigue stuff last season, I don't know, with him blowing up or, that injury was substantial, but...
Yeah, for what he done to come back and win, I'll put my hands up to him. When I watched the race he actually had his first win, I thought it was unbelievable, and I was so happy for him. And then after that, I thought he'd go on a bit of a roll. But then after that, he proved that he could win. And then I won't say as excuses, but I'd rather he just say he was quicker than me.
Yeah.
Then him going, got a bit windy, cut a laps in, and didn't have enough this, and I've got asthma, and I've got this because Webb done like a somersault off his bike and land on the concrete, and next week come back and just done as best as he can. I don't really like that kind of listening to him because he's so talented and fast. But no, here come. You watch Saturday, he'd probably be the fastest qualifier. He'd probably get a good start and be leading. But then let's see how he gets on. But I think he will be at the front.
Yeah, and obviously we got Tomac.
Don't see a lot of him either, do you?
No, he always has kept himself to himself, and he training and stuff. He goes back up to Colorado and trains in his own, keeps himself to himself. He first man as a dad to win the championship, wasn't he?
Yeah, I know. And was he one of the oldest, 28 to win?
Yeah. So and the only person as a dad to win, which is quite a cool thing. Yeah, quite a cool thing.
Yeah. But then again,
I think he's up for it. I do. When you've won a title, you want to defend it, don't you? I think that gives you even more fire.
Yeah, I think after he had so much pressure to win the last Supercross, and they kept thinking, is he going to do it this year? And he couldn't pull it off. When he kind of finally won it, I think it was kind of ticked off his list, and he didn't really go into the outdoors how he normally did when we see him. So I think this kind of has relit a fire in him.
Yeah.
Some of it, I see a couple of little videos of him, and he just was absolutely. He's the only rider I think that looks like manhandles a 450.
Yeah, but him and Weston Pike used to.
Yeah, but Weston Pike was a tank, wasn't he?
Pick it up and run with it.
how he just beasts it, and then even when you watch some of the GoPros of like Roxon, and he comes past it on the second to last lap, and he's just like nailing berms and blowing berms, and I just think normally we're just hanging on, aren't we? Just like ticking over to just get
the points, just hanging on.
Keep shouting at him to put the last lap flag out. But yeah, I think he'll be there. But he had it took him a few races to get into it last season because the setup with Boyk and stuff. So this who's going to be set up, I think.
Yeah, and obviously the only other person we slightly touched on is Osborne.
Yeah,
strong Osborne.
Winning,
he'd turn up, sleep in a tent and win, won't he? And he has done.
I think he'd done that in a GP or something. I think.
Yeah.
He's
obviously coming off the outdoor championship as well.
Yeah, and he won the last round of the Supercross as well.
Yeah,
which I think set him up for the outdoors.
He's going to be strong.
He's at the Baker factory, isn't he? So you know he's going to be fit. He's not going to get tired. And he's shown that he can win. Or he won the last round where they might ease up a little bit, but a win's a win, and he can win and fight. And he's not another one scared to put it in on someone.
No.
What he done to Savachi? Knocked Savachi into next week, didn't he? For the championship. So
when that gets forgotten, doesn't it? Championships don't, I think.
Yeah.
You know, your name's always on that trophy.
Yeah, I'd T-bone someone for a championship.
Yeah, especially Ches. I would love to T-bone my mate Ches really hard.
You don't need to T-bone himself.
Really loved it. Me and him for a championship. I'd definitely stick it on him.
Oh.
So, what about Muscan? What do you think is going to happen with Muscan?
I think it's a bit make or break for him this year.
Yeah.
I know he always gets these little injuries, and he's a bit when he's on it, he's good, isn't he? He's like the crafty Frenchman.
Yeah.
Can win a race, but I don't think he's got that.
He ain't got the flair, has he?
No, I think if he had a bit of fight, but he has to be silky smooth. If he all shots and gets all his marks, he'll win the race. But if he don't and he rails a bank and someone comes out the inside and smashes into him, it's kind of, that's it, and they go back. But is he coming in fully fit? And
I see a video of him the other day. Actually, it looked like he got off the bike and sort of limped.
Yeah.
With that,
for how many years they've been riding, I think they all limp now, don't they? They've been smashed up so much in knees, and I think they've all got a bit of like a wiggle to them. But that's what I mean. It's so that's why the first round was so good, because you don't know. Some of them might be miles off.
Yeah, you don't know, do you?
Yeah, you don't know.
So, all right then. Well, that's the 450s covered, I think. If we move on to the 250, which obviously we're starting with the East Coast this year, which is a stacked field. We've got all the Star Racing team, Martin, Craig, Cooper and Nichols, all class riders.
Some serious bragging rights there as well, isn't there?
Yeah, under that tent, yeah.
To be the fastest under the tent.
And then we got Jett Lawrence, Hampshire, Shimoda, Faulkner, Mosman, and Bailey. So I think at top 10, it could go any way, really. I think
it's a fiery little class, that, isn't it?
Especially with J Mark back on the Yam. He's good on the Yam, I think.
Yeah, I'd like, as much as I like Faulkner and stuff, I think Faulkner to watch his style and stuff's is brilliant, isn't he? But
yeah,
it can be a bit of a squinny if they start.
Then they will stick it on him as well, and he won't like it.
Not having all them yams and that in him. I'll be telling them all. Let's just team up on him.
I would have gone, yeah, I'll go for the West Coast. Yeah, West Coast for me, please. Yeah.
Yeah, just hang back a little bit, innit, and say, I'd like to just have a little look first, see who's doing what, and just go, oh yeah, I'll tell you what, I think I would prefer over the West, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
it's a bit closer to, I'll just make a load of
warmer over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think they're going to shake him up. They'll do, especially Jett. Not what happened with Faulkner and Hunter last time. I don't think Jett's going to be too shy of putting it on him.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think of Jett Lawrence? How do you think he's going to do?
I think on the off season, having like the new sponsor and stuff, he's gone with Red Bull. They kind of gone to him as like the next up and coming best thing.
They give him so much confidence, I think, on this.
Yeah.
But I just hope he does. I want him to put it all on the line because the way he rides is amazing, and you know, like when he wanted that win so bad over the whoops and just. But I hope he can stay a bit more consistent and keep up the front for the whole season, not just for the first 2 races.
Yeah, he's also learning as well because he's so young.
17.
I know. Like what was we doing when
Shanting up the park under the skate ramp.
Yeah, when I was 17, I was playing Manhunt. You know what I mean? He's signed by Red Bull, so I like to. Hopefully he's kind of matured a little bit, but still brings it. I'd like him first round to just go and faulting around and kind of say, look, this year
there's a chance of doing that. I think there's going to be some crashes
in the 250s. You give him a slight chance, and they will just whop it straight up the inside of you. So aggressive. But
especially with Martin, he ain't scared of chucking it on you. Craig, good out the gate.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Craig actually, because obviously he's one of the old, probably is the oldest rider in the 250s this year.
Yeah.
So he comes with super amounts of experience,
and talent.
He is such a talented rider, isn't he?
Yeah. He makes it look so.
It's flowing easy. It's just like he looks like he's practicing all the time. So I do hope he gets up the front. I think we'll see him up the front early doors on a few races. He might fade a little bit, but
I don't know. I think he kind of knows now that time's kind of running out a little bit for him. Unless obviously he does go and make a jump to the 450s. But in here, I think he knows with the competition, he's obviously training with a few like the Yamaha boys, so he must know where he's at.
Yeah.
But like you said, he always gates well, and he can put like when he last year when he was leading a few of the races and stuff as well.
Yeah, when Frandes gave him a little tickle.
Yeah, he got whopped him out of the way. But yeah, it'd be good. I think he will. I think he'd be fast. He's always quick and qualifying, so it gives him. He always got a good gate pick, and he gates well.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching the 250s.
But
yeah,
it's going to be the first round's always the best, where they're all fit. Obviously, you've got
from Max Anstey.
Yeah, and Baggett. You know what I mean? Blake Baggett's not on the list.
Well, he's fit. I think there's more to that one.
Yeah.
I think there's some contractual stuff going on behind the scenes there.
Yeah.
They owe him a lot of money.
Yeah. I still ride.
Oh, shame. Yeah, you'd want to as well, wouldn't you, if you were Baggett? I think, you'd be really peeved off that you can't fucking start the race. And
I suppose you'd even say, it's even harder without the fans in, because normally you kind of like, I'll do it for the fans.
Be good though if he rocks up with a bike in the back of a tranny or something and just chucks it on the track. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah, I'll privateer this on my own bike, don't worry.
Yeah, I'll take it on myself.
But it should be good.
I did notice this the other day when I was looking through someone's route. Dylan Woodcock's in the East Coast, and someone's written, "Will Woodcock make the main?" I can't see it.
He should have gone to the West Coast.
Yeah. If in doubt, go west.
I'm going to fly to the West Coast and try and make the main.
Yeah, you got a shout of that one over in the West Coast.
But
yeah, I think
it was close last year, wasn't it? I think in the cup.
Yeah. Fair play, and what a thing to do anyway. That's what we all dream about doing, is going to race a Supercross.
I don't think anyone can say what he's like you said, fair play to him for going out there, but till you go on them Supercross tracks and you might watch him and think, oh, what can't he get, like, why is he losing to them riders? But we've been out there and watched the racing and stuff, and it's them tracks and whoops, and so for him to even get there, and I'd love to.
Yeah, we see the whoops, and we thought it was a rhythm section.
Yeah, we was looking at just double through there, weren't we?
Oh, singling in, singling out.
You can't even roll the whoops. That's the crazy thing.
Yeah.
No, it'd be good to. I would love to make a main just so you could go on the start line and be in the main, because it brings all the hype, all the other riders you're with. It only takes you to rip a good start and get a bit on the telly and that, do something crazy, innit?
Yeah, which I think Lawrence will. So, but the only other thing, obviously, that might play a big one in this season at the moment is COVID, obviously. Yeah. What if you lead in the series and then you test positive? Because I'm guessing that when they move stadium or bubble or whatever they have to do, they'll have to retest and make sure they're Imagine that. You're 3 rounds in, you're leading the championship, and then you've got to fucking isolate for 10 days, and it's a Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday again.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
Tell you what, though, if you was kind of like second or something like that, I'll be trying to give COVID to a couple of them. You know what I mean? Try and get them out of the championship.
Someone just wrote, who's COVID riding with?
But no, it is, like you said it. That's why I think, as much as what's going on at the moment, it's crazy and mad and that, but it's chucking so many like spanners in the works because, like you said, like it's not, everyone's not all fit unless they hurt themselves. Now they've chucked the COVID in, and sometimes you ain't even got to have symptoms. They might just rock up, whack the cotton bud up the nose and go, sorry, you ain't in today. You'd be like, what?
Too late.
So you go sit out, and it's not even like they're going to lose one round, because normally they could probably isolate from Saturday and might be able to get to the next Saturday, but then they're enough going to miss two races or 3 races.
Well, yeah, especially if they get caught on a Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday one.
Yeah. So you stuff. You might as well just go, I sod it then. Isn't it? That's the end of the season. That's the end of the season. Or we'll just try and, but yeah, I don't know how to be mad, but I think they're going to be so careful. You'd have to be, wouldn't you? Because you train all that off season, do the first round, get COVID. But mate, as long as they pay me, I wouldn't really, wow. You know what I mean?
Someone's right. On the comments, everyone, if you there should be a link at the bottom that you can register with StreamYard, then we can see your name and say hello to you, and because it only comes up Facebook user at the moment to ask you questions, and I'd like to know who is asking the questions. Someone's right. Do you think it'd be difficult for the riders to adjust the bike in between races with no one being able to go back to base for a test, to test for the week like normal?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it will be, because like you said, they're used to, on Saturday, if it don't go well, they're straight back to their, like, where they're testing. Then they got the whole week to dial it up, and they come back and say, yeah, we've made a few changes during the week, where by the time that you said they pack up, they leave, probably rest, train.
Do you think they will ride what if they do? Obviously, the first one's on a Saturday, but they won't ride before the Tuesday again. Do you reckon?
No, well, I heard that they would just be doing they will train but off the bike.
Yeah,
because they said where they're so. But no, I think it will be difficult. That's why I think they should be so on point now about getting their bikes set up. So the first race is going to be so critical to them to be see where they're at.
Buzzing! I'm absolutely buzzing for Saturday. Well, I'll probably watch it Sunday because I'll be asleep.
I'm
can't
stay.
I can't stay up.
You keep. I'll stay up.
So no. See what else people wrote. What's that in the picture in the background, Dale? I think it's a calendar, isn't it?
Is my race calendar.
That is my race calendar.
I will be marking. It's just a little update. Let me know when the races are on. Big X on the days they're riding.
Someone's asked how long we've been riding. You can go first.
Probably started riding when I started on an auto. So, and then I kind of didn't really know what I was doing. And
yeah, we sort of swapped, didn't we? I did a lot as a kid, up to the age of about 16, 17. Then I got into blimmin' birds and booze and had a few years off, then come back racing, and then I'm not racing again at the moment. So
yeah, kind of. Everyone always starts kind of chuck them on a 50 in it on auto, getting the racing, and you get the big yellow bib on and that. You just plodding round, don't know what you're doing. But I got back into it, then I got out of it, and then I kind of fell in love with it again when I was about 18, 19, and then that was it. I was kind of hooked on it, and just loved it ever since, really.
Best thing we've ever done is go racing in California, though, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'd go there every year.
Yeah, I fucking loved it. I'm only laughing because Tony T's wrote, is Weacock Field the best practice track in the UK?
It's funny you say that, but like Tony T knows himself. Like my dad had me out there doing figures of eights and starts and corners, and it used to make me laugh because when I was on the 85, like back in the schoolboy days and stuff, like the tracks weren't what they were now, where it's like all the big jumps and like gunners built up now, and it was mainly flat track. So when you turned up at the tracks, and Dad's had you practicing corners and start. Dad kicks me now for doing starts and practicing starts.
Yeah.
He'd make me practice starts out the road if he could, but
Starts are the most important thing on the track.
Weacott Fields where I learned.
Getting a bit serious now with Dave. Dave Garland's asked what tyre brand will win the most. I reckon the black tyres do pretty well.
Yeah.
I think the ones
Slick.
with the black, yeah. I don't know. I guess
A lot of them bridge. A lot of them go. You soon find out, don't you? Because when they make the podium, they start reeling off, don't they?
Yeah.
Thanks to more Pirelli, Dunlop, hooked me out the gate, and then next week they get a bad start, but they don't slag the tyre off then, do they?
No, so we don't know the answer to that, Dave. I'm sorry. No. We're not that clued up.
What tyre would Dave wear? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What tyre would you put on Dave if you was at the round one?
Yeah.
Next to Tomac.
Let us know, Dave. Someone's read, who's the quickest out of you two? It's Dow. Dow's quicker.
Before we lost a few pounds, I would say.
But I'm quicker than Chez, so that's all that matters.
Yeah.
What else have we got in there? I think that's nearly it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much more.
There's
What I will say is, if everyone can try and register next time, it'd be much funnier if we could see your name and who's writing the questions, because all I can see at the moment is Facebook user, so it'd be good to see.
Yeah.
Here's a good question. Have you had any bad injuries? We both have. I broke my leg when I was on an 80. Well, it was an 80 back in the day when I was on it. I had a spiral fracture from my knee to my ankle. I think it was 26 bits or something it was in, and I was in a class. Yeah, mate. Yeah,
26 bits.
Yeah, where its spiral went down, we counted them, and it was like 26. And I was in a cast for 16 weeks. So, yeah, that was my bad one, and then Dow's had a bad one.
What about your wrist? What about your wrist? Yeah, I think they know about your wrist
wrist.
when you went over the bank at Matley.
Oh, floppy. No, they don't even know about that one. So, no.
Yeah, I had a real bad arm break, broke my radius and ulnar. Both was like impound fractures and stuff. It put me out for ages, and I had to learn how to do everything left-handed, and then kind of.
When you say everything, what do you mean everything?
Well, yeah, literally everything. The funny thing is that even though my right arm's near enough back to normal, I still have to wipe my bum with my left hand. So that's the weird thing sometimes. And then I broke my collarbone, and I re-broke my arm again. So that's about it. But still ain't stopped us getting on the bike.
I think a lot of our mates are in the comments now, because I've just said, what about the waterhole at Mildenhall?
That was a good. That wasn't so class like hypothermia.
Yeah. So what we went practicing at Mildenhall, and I said to Dow and his dad, I said, "Come on in, lads, see if you can catch me." I literally done 2 corners. It weren't. I don't think I had the 450 that long. Give it a bit too much out of a corner, and they had a big water hole that I ended up up to my tiddies in water. But not one of them stopped to help me get the bike out.
The funny thing is how the first session you went out in, you was going around really well.
Yeah.
You kind of done the first session and like sussed it out because it's a bit deep. We come in and you was like, gosh, I felt good on the 450. I was flying around. I was like, oh, fair play to you. And then as we went to go on the track, you give the old, I'll go, you follow me. So that, I told my old man what we was doing. And yeah, literally, cut the corners, you got the old zigzag, didn't you? I just see you dart off, and then I was laughing so hard down the straight. I literally rested on the handlebars. My dad come and was like, "Was that faulty?" I was like, "Yeah." And then when we come around the next lap, he was like, "Up to your waist, weren't you, John?"
Yeah, mate, it was so cold.
And then in the pits, weren't you? You had chill burn, didn't you, up to your belly?
I couldn't even ride anymore. It was so fucking cold.
That was good.
Right, so what everyone's asking for now is who we think's going to win the 450 and who we think's going to win the 250. If everyone puts their comments in the comment, I'll write and put your name next to it. I'll write them all down, and if anyone does get it right, I'll sort them out of like a cap or something at the end of the season. But Dal, what do you reckon?
I'm going to go for 450s first.
Yeah, 450.
I'm going to say, I'm going to go AC. I reckon
Yeah?
Cirillo.
All right. I want to go Tomac because I think he's going to come back.
You're going safe, think you? Yeah, you are.
No, I just think he just wants it really bad. I think it could be his last one.
Yeah.
You know, his last big one. So I think he wants to go. So I think Tomac on the 450. So let me write these down. Down AC. Lee Tomac. Coming in the 250s. What do you reckon?
I'm going to go Jett.
Yeah, I don't think he's got the consistency.
Well, you're not picking him, are you? So I will speak to him tomorrow and say, look,
I'll have a quick word with him.
I've got a goodie bag I can win here if you pull your finger out. So I'm going to go Jett, just because I think it'd be a good. If he wins the first one, he's kind of there to say, look,
someone agrees with you.
Who? What, AC or?
Yeah, AC and Jett.
That's me. I've made a Facebook account. I don't know.
So I'm going to be really boring and go Tomac and J-Mart.
Oh, favourites.
I think Martin's going to be good again on the Yam.
I think, well, I'd like someone not even in the favourites to come out and win the first round. So it really does shake it up a little bit and kind of gets everyone thinking, like, because you have got like some of the other riders, like you've got like the Braytons and stuff, and
yeah. I say there's loads of people we haven't talked about really, you know, but
yeah,
you just go on forever otherwise because
yeah,
the field's so deep this year. I think if you get a crap start, they reckon COVID 450 is going to win.
It's a good shout.
COVID might win. COVID might be the
Oh,
winner
it'd be funny
the
if the event gets cancelled Saturday due to COVID. That means he would win, wouldn't it?
Yeah, COVID would win. So he'd be the winner. So, thanks everyone for tuning in. I hope it's been a good first go at for me and Dal. We'll be back on Monday night at 8 p.m. again to go through, obviously, the first round at Houston.
Hopefully there's some fireworks.
Yeah, hopefully we get some good talking points. If you can all register, it really helped me when you're asking the questions, and I think it'd be a bit more fun. I'm going to try and get some bigger riders in as well, do some interviews with some big riders. I've got a couple of young riders who do Loretta Lynn's in America I've been talking to, so hopefully we get some decent interviews on here as well. But again, thanks all for taking part. Thanks Dal for doing it with me. I hope you all have a good weekend and enjoy the racing, and we'll see you again on Monday.
Peace.
Peace out.